Yeah. Kgotsong bomme le bontate, kgotsong bomme le bontate, lebitso la ka ke Tebao Lewajwa. Re kopana tjena re tlo bua ditaba tsa papadi ya bolo ya maoto. Ho monate se le nako re sa be le dipuisano le batho ba bang kapa ba itseng ba bapala kapa ba ka hara papadi ya bolo ya maoto. Se le nna sale ke bua fela le nna a buang ke hai. Kgetlong lena ka nnete ke hloka ke meme moeti wa rona. Kajeno moeti wa rona ke sebapadi sa mehleng sa hlopha sa Matama. Ebile le sa Duodi le sa Black Leopards yena ke Stefan Sono re ke re tlo phula le shwetla le yena re ke re kgannele le ke re tlo utlwa hona o ntsa etsa mmaleng teng hona jwale batho ba ile ba bapala team ya rona re ga tlameha re ba tlohele fela ba tsamaye re lokela ke re tlo utse ba rona ba ntse ba etsang Stevo bua
that?
No, sharp, my brother. I'm sure that you're doing fine where you are now.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. God has made it again, so I can't complain.
All right. You can't complain.
Sure.
It has been a long time. It's been a long time. We say that is 2 years. 2
2 years.
Since
Yeah. Since I left Lesotho, yeah, it's been 2 years now.
Oh, yeah. You left here in 2023, 2024?
Yeah. Basically, the season 2023, yes. Because my last team was with Dijabato. I was with Dijabato for the last season. Then after the league.
Oh yeah, I forgot Dijabato. They are going to kill me. All right. I forgot that. Okay, the last team that you played for is Dijabato here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I saw you, it was around 2017, if I'm not mistaken. 2017, somewhere 2018. The first time you arrived in this country, and you were playing for Duodi. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you will correct me if I'm wrong. So you are. How did you get here?
In fact, the story started home. You know, when we still had our league. So I had an agent. By that time, he was in South Africa. So he was the one that facilitated my coming to South Africa for a team. That team was named Akon Bush. So they bought status. They were supposed to buy status to play for the National First Division. So by the time I got there, we started training, and then something like happened. I don't know what happened with the management. They didn't succeed to secure the status. So they had to dissolve the group that was there, and they asked people to move left, right to look for something else. As time went by, I had this situation where I was my period in South Africa was coming to an end, basically at the end, and my flying ticket back home was something like in 6 months. So if I had to be there, I would have had an overstay. So he thought about it and said, oh, what about he proposed to me because he wanted me to go to Mozambique. I said no. He said, okay, I have a friend in Lesotho. What do you think about going to Lesotho?
Yes.
I said the most important for me is not having problem when I'm in South Africa, because me having problem out of my country is not something good. Being illegal is something I don't want to find myself in, because I've never been that type of situation. So I accepted the deal. I crossed the border. He succeeded to get me a visa. Then I crossed. I came to Lesotho. When I got to that friend of his, his name is Robert. So Robert, when I got to Robert's house, he said to me, okay, I have an opportunity with a team, but I will let you know if you want to go there, because he had two options, either Bantu or Diodi. So he said to me,
you mean, I'm sorry for interrupting you. So you mean Robert Mikumba?
Yes, Robert Mikumba.
All right. So, I know you. Okay.
An amazing guy. Like when I came there, he really welcomed me.
Very good guy, yeah.
He really welcomed me very well. He took me in his house and then even gave me a room specially for myself. I was in the Maseru. So the next day we went and met the man. we went and met the management of DOD. When they saw me, they were like, "Who is this guy? We can see the body, but we don't know. We have already our player." So, in fact, they had already had a group. They had a group already in TY.
Yes.
So
yes.
By the time I left, by the time it was Totayana that was the president of DOD. So he said,
yes,
okay. Well, it was Matobako. That was the GS of DOD.
Yes,
because Totayana was not there.
Was general manager, Matobako. Yes, yeah.
So he's the one that said, okay, if you say he's a player, send him to TY. I will give you transport so that you can take him there. I went with I went with him. We had arrived at training, and then Coach Shoes and Coach Totayana, they were the one by that time. So they presented me to them. I was with another guy they call Ovono. So he said, no, if he's here, let him train with the others. But from outside, they were looking at me. They were looking at the way I was touching the ball. And I said, no, the way this guy is touching the ball, there's something here. Let's just have the 11v11.
Yeah.
I remember that moment. It was just an amazing moment because I hadn't eaten because I came out. I remember I was fasting. So I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I just went. I said, no, today is a day for myself. I need to make sure that everything goes well.
You didn't eat at that time. You didn't eat at the time.
No, I didn't. I woke up. I said, no, I'm fasting today. I'm going to play like that with an empty stomach without eating or drinking. And I will see how I'll be able to. Because by the time, Robert told me that we're in altitude. Lesotho is in altitude. So to breathe there is not easy. So I said, no, I'm going to see how my body will get used to the environment. So I didn't eat.
Okay.
I didn't drink.
Okay. All right.
Because most of the time is what I was doing when I went overseas in other countries, like in Norway, Germany, and all the other Saudi Arabias where I was going. I was never eating nor drinking. I made sure that I adapt myself to the environment. Yes. So we started in 11v11 by that time. I didn't even play 6 minutes.
6?
Kum. I didn't play 6 minutes. I still remember very well. Kum was my striker. Sweetbet Kum. He was my striker.
Are you playing as a striker, midfielder or defender? Because I know you can play both. Midfielder.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was playing as a defender, but I met Sweetbet Kum, who was one of the players that was already there in the country and was playing for the team. I was training with the team, so he was on trials. I still remember that
he was on trial because at that time they told me that there are two guys. They are two guys, very big giants guys. They are from in Africa, and I was just trying to maneuver to find out who are these guys. And they told me so. It was I was eager at that time to see you, but fortunately, continue, no problem. Yes.
Yeah. So like when we went in. I think I was playing against Kopano Teka. He was in the opponent team because they had it was basically the old players of the team against the new players, and some of the guys that they already got, most of the players that they were supposed to sign. So I remember I had Kum, I had this other player. He was named Tanana, and he was very fast.
The one that was playing in the wing. Yeah,
the winger. Yeah. That's when I, because he was so fast. So they gave me a ball. They gave me a ball behind. I controlled. I put on the ground. I gave a direct long ball to Tanana on the line there behind the defense. He made a cross. Kum scored. We didn't even play like even 30 seconds. We scored, and people supporters were outside and were like, "Hey, Munna, who is this guy that is playing center back here? Which type of leg is this guy giving to us?" And then everyone was like, So by that time, Totayana arrived. So he stood out from his car, was watching the game from outside. And I was playing, and he was like, who is this guy that is playing center back here? So Matobako told him, no, that's the guy that Robert came with that arrived yesterday in Lesotho. He said, he's the one. He said, yes. He said, he said, no, they should call me. I didn't play 6 minutes. I'm telling you. 6 minutes, I didn't. He called me out of the game. Then they replaced me with another player. In my mind, I said, Esh, I failed.
I failed.
Yeah. This one that they're taking me out like this, early like this, it means nothing is good. So they said, no, go and see the president. When I went to Ndate Totayana, an amazing president, someone that is like, I don't know, one.
Yeah.
He received me and said to me, where are you from? I said, I'm from Gabon. What he did first, he took my passport. He said to Robert, where is this passport? He said, no, he took my passport and kept it.
He didn't want to lose it at all. He didn't want to lose it at all.
He knew that if I was to go back to Maseru, definitely I won't be able to come back because news would have gone everywhere that I'm around.
Something might happen along the way.
Yeah, and Lesotho is very small, so definitely they would have known that something happened here. There's a player that is doing like this, like that. So he took my passport and he said, no, you're not playing anymore. Sit here. I sat outside. We had finished training. He took me in his car with Robert. We went to his house. When I arrived to his house, the same day I arrived, the same day I signed.
He signed with the club.
I signed with the OD. That's and when my journey started with
the rest was history. The rest was history.
And the rest was amazing moments, you know, being with guys that you meet for the first time. And especially that we have a different way of playing. Us here in Africa, with the way they play in South Africa. South Africans, we are fast. But South Africans are more faster. You understand?
More faster. They are very quick.
Gabon, yeah, we mixed the physical work and the speed. While there is not much about physical, it's more about speed in the game. And that's something that I didn't have when I came in. So I was more aggressive to the extent where my teammates were saying that, no, this guy's going to give us a lot of red cards. The way it's aggressive like this is going to kill someone on the team. So it was just an amazing moment with the OD. Then by the end of the season, I remember I got injured. We had a training session. We had a friendly match against the Fofane. They were still in A division.
A division, yeah.
So I got an hamstring, and then I went out for a while till the season was over. So I got healed after the season was over. Then I had a proposal with there was a team in Cape Town. No, in fact, I went to Free State. I went to Free State. Free State Stars, yeah. I remember. I remember there's this there's Ndate that helped me to get into South Africa. Ndate Philly Noisy. He is one of the members at the OD.
He was the spokesperson for the club, Mr. Siriso Lagata. He's the one that helped you. Yes.
So he's the one that drove with me from because we were neighbors by the time I was staying in TY. So he was very close to me with his family and his daughter. So most of the time they will invite me to their home. I spend time with them, eat lunch, maybe dinner, then go back home. So they were really, really a family to me. I just profit this time to just give them to tell them that they are still in my mind, no matter the distance.
Yeah.
So he's the one that took to Free State. When I got there, he had to come back because he was on duty. So I stood there. Then I had trials, and then something happened at the Free State. It was between the new agent I had with the management. It seems like they didn't get in accordance. I don't know what was happening between the two. So I was retained to stay with Free State.
Wait. The time Mr. Siriso Lagata helped you to go to Free State Stars, at that time, you were still contracted to the Duori Football Club.
Yes, I was still contacted to DOD Football Club. I still had 1 year to play with them.
Okay. Did the club know that you were going for trials, or Mr. Lagata just took you there without the teams knowing that, because he didn't want, he wanted you to succeed?
No, in fact, Ndaté Lerata didn't know. I am the one. I didn't tell Ndaté Lerata I'm still contracted to the team. But if I had an opportunity, what I was doing, I wanted to go do the trials.
Yes.
When I'm done, then I can inform the team that I succeeded the trials, and then they can come for negotiations.
All right. I got the point. So they have to negotiate the contract. If that team needs you, they can buy you out of contract.
Yes, out of contract. Yeah, so that was the main objective. But I didn't tell Ndaté Lerata that was. I just kept quiet. I actually know this is the opportunity. I will accompany you. You are my son. I will take you there so that you can grow. You can grow and become a better player. Because South Africa is more open, so you can go whatsoever. So he's the one that facilitated the move to Free State. Then from there, I met an agent, and that agent said he wanted to. So I said, no problem. If he's ready to sponsor me, I have no problem. But those are the conditions. The conditions are that even if I get to sign here, he has to enter in contact with DOD, because I'm still contacted with DOD. So DOD needs his own share. That was the main, the main clause of the contract. So he was okay, but I don't know what happened. I don't really know what happened at the particular time, because whether I was at the hotel, then the kid manager came to me that no, the coach wants to meet you. So they took me to him. When I got there, he said, no, we'll be able to keep you anymore. You have to talk to your agent. So it seems like they didn't get into accordance with something. And my agent never told me. So from there,
even though you didn't know what was happening between the agent and the team, there might be suspicion that the agent wants more money, because you know how the agent works. I don't want to tarnish their work, but I'm saying that agents mostly, they need more money than needed. So maybe they have a problem with the team. Maybe that is the suspicion. We are not saying that it is.
Definitely. I in my mind, I thought about it. I said, like, what can be the reason of them releasing me? Me being already accommodated with the old players, training with them, they were already getting used to me. Like saying, oh, this guy is a good player, we need to have him in our team. Some of the guys were already new to me because we're training together. We started the preseason together. So out of a blue, I just realized, no, they said I should stop training. And I felt like something was not okay. So when he called me,
this agent is a South African, this agent.
Yeah, South African.
Oh.
So later on, he called me. When he called me, he said to me, I'm sending you transport. You're gonna come and meet me in Johannesburg. I said, no problem. Then he sent me transport. They took me to the bus stop. I got a try. I got a. Then I went to Johannesburg. When I went to get to Johannesburg, he took me at the taxi rank to his home. Then from there was this team that was called Steenberg. They were playing National First Division as well. They got promotion to National First Division. They were in Cape Town.
Yes.
No, so he bought me a ticket to go on trials to that team.
I went there. Of this team? The name of this team?
Steenberg.
Oh, Steenberg. Okay. All right.
So when I got there, the same thing that happened with DOD is what happened there. Because when I got there, they came and took me at the airport, and the guy asked me, the team is about to go for training. Do you want to go and attend? Do you want to just go and attend, like watching the training, or you want to stay at the hotel? I said, no, I want to go and train. I don't want to go and attend. I want to go and train. And that day, they were having a game against Chippa United, a friendly game against Chippa United. Yes. After, like, from Johannesburg to Cape Town, it's something like 2.5 hours of flight. Okay, but I was motivated because I knew what I was going for. I was focused on what I wanted. I was not focused on all this other detail distraction because staying at the hotel was not going to help me. I wanted to be on the pitch to showcase my talent. So by the time I got there, they presented me to the coach. His name was Coach Mike. He's even deceased. He was from I think from Zimbabwe. I don't know, some Zimbabwe or Malawi. Yeah, I heard he's deceased. So when they presented me to him, he said, "Hey, my good guy, you're the one that's coming from Cape Town." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay. Do you want to train or you want to watch?" I said, "I want to play." He just took me and put me. He just took me and put me on the pitch and said, "Okay, go and play." The first team, I just got in. We played against Chippa, and that game, Chippa was still on trial. Was trying many of their players.
Okay.
There's this guy. I don't remember where he was. He was from Africa. Strong, a very hard player. He was already a signed player. How do you call this guy? Or I will just remember his name. But he was a very hard player. By that time, he was playing for Chippa. So we went on a 50-50 ball with him, and we hit each other and fell all together. And by the time he wanted to wake up, I was already gone with the ball. And people said that, who is this guy? This guy is going 50-50 with this huge guy. And people started, they started calling me, they gave me, I don't know, they gave me a name there that was like, I don't remember. Let me just remember that name. They gave me a name like,
this teammates of yours, not the opposing team.
Yeah, the one that of Chippa United, they were now calling me Hotskotch. I was like, what does it mean? You know, you are somewhere, they just give you a name that you don't even understand. You know, when you are new somewhere, they will give you a name and then you will maybe ask later that, what does that mean? They said, no, Hotskotch, every time I'm on the ball. And then at the halftime, that Baba Michael took me out. I think we were leading 1-0. He took me out. Yeah. He said, "No, I want you to rest because you came from a 2 hours flight, so I need you to rest." I said, "No problem." I rested. Then he called my agent instantly. I said, where did you took this guy? He said, "No, this guy is he's playing Lesotho." And the guy said, "Oh, so there are such players in Lesotho. So Lesotho has such good players." Then he came to me and asked me, "You've been playing in Lesotho for how many years?" I said, "No, I played for 1 season." Are there other players like that? I said, "No, Basotho players are very good." He said, "No, we have a bad team. They've told us that no, Basotho players, they are only Caterellas." He was now looking at me like, I said, "No."
How they mock us, they look down on us. They look down on us.
Yeah. In fact, the image that he had about Basotho players was that they are Caterellas and they're up there in the mountains. They just say the Mororo and all these things. So I told him no. Lesotho is a big town, it's a big city, it's a big country. No matter the fact that they are small, it's a small in a geographically speaking, but it's a very big country with soccer. There are very good players there. He said, "Really?" I said, "Yes. We have foreign and local players that are very good." He said, "Wow, I can see that on your way of playing. You showed that no, you really mature players." I said, "No, even there you have mature players. There are players that go for the national team. They are local players, but they are very good." So that's where my story started with them. Then out of a blue again, that incident happened. The same thing that happened at Free State Stars happened there. Where
again
Baba Max came and said to me, yes, he said to me, "Call your agent and talk to him." And when I was talking to him, he was not giving me any clarification. He was just like, "You know what, leave it. There are many other teams." And I didn't understand. So at the end of the day, I had to come back to Lesotho because I couldn't stay there anymore.
Wait there. You went to Free State, the agent and the club, you have to move. You went to Cape Town.
Yes.
The same thing happened. Now,
yes,
you have to come. You had to come back to Lesotho For your club,
yeah.
your parent club. No, yes.
So I was like, what's the purpose of me staying here anymore? Because the league is about to resume in Lesotho, and here, if I have to still go and down doing for trials, my period here is gonna come to an end, and I will have an overstay. It's better that I should leave. Then I called him, and when I called him, he said to me, anyway, you can handle yourself. I said to him, oh my guy, how can you say I should handle myself? You can't say that to me. You're the one who brought me.
He brought you here and said that you can find your way to going back to Lesotho.
Go back. And I said to him, man, I don't have money. What I had, I used it. And right now, there's no way of me saying that, because I was eating by myself and I had to sort out a lot of things by my own self. So I said to him, I don't have money now. If you can find me a way to get transport so that I can even get at the border, there's not a problem. I still have an entry in Lesotho. I will handle myself from there. He said, no, imagine from Cape Town. Then I had this friend, this guy I was staying with, we were sleeping in the same room. He's from Namibia, Edward Mauba. Yeah. Okay. The goalkeeper of Namibia national team. He's playing for Golden Arrows.
Oh, I remember that guy. I know him. Oh, you were staying with him in Cape Town?
Yes, we're very close even. Oh. He's the one that said, Esh. He's the one that said, hey, Stefan, you know what? I can't allow you in this type of situation. If God has said you were supposed to go back, I will help you. Then he bought me a ticket, a bus ticket to Johannesburg. Okay. And when an accompanied me, I took the bus. In that evening, I got back to Johannesburg. When I got to Johannesburg, I went to Hillbrow. There were a group of friends, there were a group of guys there. By the time I was still in Johannesburg, that I knew, right, before I came to Lesotho. So I went to them and I was staying with them. Then I was still looking for a way to go back to Lesotho because I really wanted to cross. By the time was going and I was just there sitting and stress, anxiety, and all this other stuff. So then I called, I was talking to mine. By the time he was the driver, he was working with the minister. I don't know which minister was that. He is one of the members at DOD. You know, the members of DOD helped me so much.
You say, who is the guy that you called?
His name is let me remember.
He was the driver of some of the ministers in the country.
Yeah, driver of of one of those ministers back there in Lesotho by that time. Yeah. He is. I will just.
But you called
remember.
Him.
Yeah. So I called him. When I called him, he said to me, "Okay, let me send you transport. You get to the border, then I will pick you at the border, then drop you home." Okay. I said, "No problem." He said, "Okay, I will send the money in the evening."
Okay.
I was there waiting for him to send me that money. Then out of a blue, he called me back and said, "Where are you? Give me your localization so that I can. I will send someone to come and get you there so that you can take your bus. You can go to the bus station." And I said, "Okay, no problem." Then he came. I didn't know he was the one, so I just saw a Benz parking down the building, and he called. Yes. When I checked, a Benz. He said, "They say, isn't there a car under your building?" I said, "Yeah, there's a car there." He said, come down." And I went down. When I went down, I found him he was there. And he said to me, "No, I came to drop the child of the minister since he is schooling here in Johannesburg. So since I'm going back, pack your stuff, let's go." You know how God does.
How like you were.
So I was like,
then he picked you. He picked you.
Yes. He said to me, "Pack your stuff." I packed my stuff. And then that day I left. I left in around 6 like that. We drove.
Okay.
We crossed the border in the evening. And when I got to his house, at the moment I got to his house, I just rested. And in the morning, we were sitting and watching the news on SABC 1. And then
Yes.
we just heard that thing of xenophobia started in South Africa, where they were killing people, the
Sure, I
foreigners.
remember. At that time, it was rife at around 2017, 2018. It was very rife. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something around 2018, 2019, somewhere. Yes, 2018, some 2019. So
Yes.
the building where I was, they even attacked that building, and they were taking out foreigners that were there, were beating them. Some were being... So if I had stood there for another, even like a few hours, I would have been one of those. So it was thanks to God that He came and saved me from the hands of evil, because I can call that evil, because being human and then behaving that way, I couldn't believe it. So he said to me, "Do you see what's going here?" He said, if I wasn't there, you see what would have happened." I said, "Ish, it's only God that sent you." Then that thing stood behind, and then I went back to Chidiodi. I remember it was Coach Seka that was appointed coach at the... So when I got there, he said to me, "No, he has already got his own players, his scout already. So he couldn't have me anymore. He was already has his own group. He didn't want me anymore." I said, "Okay, no problem." Then I was home.
You are still contracted. Yes.
And they haven't given me my clearance already. But they said he said to me that he doesn't want me in his team. I said, "No problem."
Did he tell you face to face, say that, "Hey man, you are not in my play"?
He's just said to me that no, he already has his own group. In fact, it was an indirect way of saying to me that no, in his group he has already got his players. But I understood, because me, I was raised in a family where we accept things the way they are. We don't force things, because most of the time when we force it,
you don't push for them. You accepted that, okay, this coach has own group of players. I'm not in his play. Fine.
Yeah. So I went back home. I was with this. By that time, I was dating this lady. Tato.
Home, you mean you returned to Gabon?
No, I didn't return to Gabon. I was in Lesotho. I had no girlfriend or nothing home.
In the place where you stayed?
Yes, because I left that house staying where I had a friend with whom I was with, a lady, and then she was the one that was handling the stuff when I wasn't around. So when I got home, she said to me, "You know what?" I said, "No." In fact, I was stressed up because I hadn't got any chance, because I knew nobody. So she said to me, "Don't stress about those things. There are things that really happen in life. So just think about something else." Then the next day,
I'm sorry, I interrupted you when you said that the lady that you were dating at that time. You mean the same lady that you are talking about right now?
Yes, the same lady. So, so she's the one that motivated me. I said, "No, keep on working. Don't care about whatsoever happens."
She's Musutu.
Yeah, she's a Musutu. Yeah, she's from Mohale Soko.
Oh, it's our friend Rigi. Okay.
I think her name is Puseletu Chere. Tato.
Tato.
She was really caring, like. She was really caring, really caring, because what she did for me when I was going through those moments, even sometimes you think about your family, you see, no, even your family can't do that. She was really caring. She did everything possible so that I shouldn't feel away from home. She was motivating me. Sometimes even when I was training, she would come and sit outside, maybe in front of the compound, so that just watching me training, sometimes she would just motivate me anyway, anyhow. Till one morning, I got a call. When I got a call, I didn't know who was calling. It was an unknown number. So they called me and said, "No, it's the manager of Matama that called me." I said, "No,
who called?
I want you. We've been looking for you. We heard that you were in South Africa, so we forgot. So we just recently heard that no, you are back in the country. Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Tiwai." Then he said, "No, we need you to come and meet us So I went to the next day. I went to Maseru. When I got to Maseru, I went to the training ground at the Sesotho Stadium. I've met Coach Manda. They presented me to Coach Manda.
Okay, yes.
That's my father. Hey, what an amazing coach. I
Very good
didn't
man,
know
eh?
him.
Man,
Yeah, very good man. I didn't know him. He never saw me. He had never seen me play. But when you look at me, he said to Coach Matela that
yes, Coach,
this guy,
Mr. Kareka.
Coach Kareka, because Coach Kareka
Yeah.
was the one that presented me. Coach Kareka was the one that presented me. He said, no, this guy, what he did to us when he was at DOD, we can never forget. Him alone. So like they were now making jokes, and then he said, no, when I even see his body, this guy is a good player.
Yeah.
So they were going for CAF. So they went to CAF to Cameroon, where they played against Coton Sport of Garoua. When they finished there, they came back during that camp. Then that's when he came back, he found that I already signed with DOD, with Matama, I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Then I just took up Matama. Then you know the story, what happened with Matama, individual, and all these stuffs.
They
It was
liked
really
you so much. They liked you so much. They were proud of you. They nicknamed you Lepoko. Do you know the name? The name that they named you Lepoko. It's a huge name.
Yes.
It is the name of the
I
founder
know.
of this nation. You know that.
I know. Of Basotoland, I know that name. I thought maybe that's a name I'm gonna give to my first boy that I will give on earth. That's gonna come on earth. I will give him that. I will give him that surname. I will give him that name because that name said a lot to me. I will tell him that this name has carried a whole nation, because you can imagine the sensation when you are playing at Sesotho that Matama is playing. When Matama is playing, the whole army is up there. You see them up there, like they're scouting your name, and then you'll be like, I'm really loved somewhere. You know, Matama was my best. Everyone I went to Black Leopard, it was not like when I was at Matama. Matama was my best moments in my football career. Even when I was going for AFCON and all these things, Matama was the best moments. Best of the best.
You enjoyed.
You see, I'm still wearing blue. Don't you see? I'm still wearing blue. I'm wearing blue.
This Stephen enjoyed his football career in Lesotho at Matama.
Yes, Matama.
There, he enjoyed. I remember. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the time, but I remember. You have won something with Matama. You have won Independence Cup. Is it Independence Cup or something? But you won something, yes.
Independence Cup, and I was named player of the tournament at Matama.
Oh yeah, I remember. You were the player of the tournament.
The guy with the bandage on the head. Don't you remember? There was a player with the bandage.
I remember that scene. I was in the commentary box at that time. I remember. What happened? It was a collision.
I had it against LDF. It was this Rabi. I went on a ball.
That's striker, yes.
Rabi. Yeah, striker. So we were playing against LDF that game, and then we went on a collision with him head to head, so it got opened. So they took me to Maseru Private, and the guy at the Maseru Private said, this guy with this like this, you're supposed to be resting. I said, hey, my guy, I already won. I'm going to the final, and you want me to rest? Even Coach Manda, he said to me, you know what? Are you gonna play like this? I said, I'm gonna play with those tissues. Don't worry. Just put a bandage. The rest is my problem. I'm a soldier, Daddy. I was born a soldier. And I was born a soldier. Yeah. So I had an amazing season.
You lifted the trophy, and it was an amazing story. You returned and you played well. You won the final, and you voted player of the tournament. That is very good. But I want to know, I want to know.
Yes.
You have been here sort of for some time. It is indeed that you went somewhere in South Africa to try your luck. But what can you say about our football? What can you say for the time that you were here? What can you say about it? Is there somewhere
For
we
the
are
time
going or something? Just to say something. Yes.
You know, football is about investment. You know,
Yes. Yes.
been having a chance of going in other countries. The main reason why, an example, the main reason why South Africa is above Lesotho, it's not with a big gap, it's because of investment. Because in Lesotho, by the time I was there, football was just like a leisure. It was not a job compared to South Africa. In South Africa, football is a job.
It's a job.
It's a job.
Career. It's a serious career. Serious. Yes.
So they don't joke. They make things for the sake of just doing. They invest into it because on a player that you bought maybe, let's say, for 5,000, you are capable of gaining 500,000 on that player, on that same player. When you invest, the infrastructure. Lesotho was going there, but I think Lesotho should move from this artificial turf to natural. It's gonna make Lesotho football to be world seen, because it's gonna avoid a lot of players to get injured. You know, artificial makes a lot of injuries. The feeling when you're on artificial and when you're on natural turf, there are two different things.
Okay. It means when you are playing you are playing on artificial, it's highly likely that you get injured rather than playing in a natural grass.
Do you remember that I got operated when I was at Matama? I got an injury where on artificial.
Oh yeah.
Many of the players, I can name them. You will see people like Jane. You will see they have ankles. Disema. Many of those players, you will see them having a lot of problems. Some have to wear bandages because the turf is hard. You can slice and change direction without having any problem when you're on artificial. So artificial is really. That's why most of developed countries or semi-professional countries using natural. So that's one point.
You know, when we argue with my friends, I favor artificial, not just because I like it. You know why? Because I know not the government, I'm trying to say the government, but I know the investment, as you said, the government does not invest in sport, so that artificial saves you. Artificial saves you because the time after installation, you don't have to worry about many things. But in natural grass, you have to make sure that you maintain it, and it's expensive. It is expensive to maintain it. But when you say that if they invest in football, no, let's remove this artificial, let's use natural grass. This will minimize injuries for our players. I am 100% agree with you. And if the government invest in sport. So you said that we have talent, but the problem is investment. In Lesotho, there is very little investment in football. Let's talk about football, not other sports. There is a little investment in football rather than South Africa, where the investment is serious and football is a career, it's a job. In Lesotho, it is not. So you say that, but if it's not, what can you say if the government can say that, okay, here's the billions of Maluti, we can invest in sport? What can you say? Do you think that we can turn things around?
I do believe so. You know, since I came back home, I've been watching Lesotho playing many of their games, because most of the time you see we have DSTV here. When you buy some of our channels, we have surplus of channels that we usually buy extras. So most of the time when I buy channels here, I buy DSTV channels so that I can be capable of watching the South African League or some of these international games, like when Lesotho is playing in Bloemfontein, or maybe when they're playing at in Johannesburg. So when you check the way Lesotho is playing, haven't you realized that most of the time Lesotho struggles when they play on natural?
Oh yeah. This is what you realized.
They struggle. They don't lose games because they are not good. Because I've been seeing them playing against Nigeria. I've seen them playing against Central Africa. I've seen them playing against many other nations. Lesotho is capable of dominating the game. But how do they lose? I know in Lesotho, the way they train players, they don't throw balls. We build from behind. But when they get to natural, they start throwing balls. It says because of the environment in which they are not used to it. But when you get someone used to something, it's like a child. If you allow a child to get used to something, when he grows up with that mentality. So naturally, with natural stuff, they would have had more advantage when they face other nations. Because on international aspect, they are equivalent to other nations. It doesn't matter because they are playing for maybe abroad. No, the Lesotho players can match players that are playing in Europe. They match them. But now, does the government or those people that are responsible for the soccer in Lesotho, do they usually have the eyes of seeing? Because they usually say the devil is in details. It's little details. It's not about big things. It's just little things. The fact that
you have to take steps at a time.
Yeah. So for Lesotho to get adapted, even if when you're gonna have this international break, mark my words, you will still see the same thing. You check how they behave and watch when they play home. When they play on artificial, they are normal. They play very well. You see players ball circulating left, right, left, without any problem. When they get to natural, it becomes a problem. And I think is what we are already implementing here in Gabon, because we also having a problem. We are playing on natural. Here we play natural. But we're having a problem because our league has been delayed due to the fact that investment. So we've decided that most of the companies that are implemented in Gabon, we have to allocate a particular budget, sponsor teams. You can have 1 or 2, 3 companies that are maybe companies from outside or the local ones that invest into teams so that they can develop, permit, or allow total control of the finances, moving in from the hands of the management, then having a clear view of how much they put and how much comes back. That investment. Yeah, it's on an investment.
So now let's come up. How did you join the Jawad? From there, I know that you played for Matama. You were good. They loved you. They nicknamed you with the founder of this nation. It was very, very, very good. But at the end, you left the team. How did you leave them?
I was at the end of my contract by the time I left, and we didn't agree. We didn't agree on terms and conditions because I had to make them an offer, and then they said no. What I was proposing to them was beyond their finances. So we had to come to an agreement that okay, they should let me go because they wanted.
Who was the president then? It was Mr. Papaloma Kakula Mlangi.
Yes. He was the one that by that time.
All right, at that time, yeah.
But since I think by the time he couldn't take the decision alone because he's an executive. He is not the only one.
It was the executive decision.
Voila. You can't make unanimity in a whole institution. He's not everyone that's gonna love you. So others will be for and others will be against. So what I proposed, and then they said to me, we can't afford that. What they wanted was for us to go back on the old negotiations, negotiating back with. So I said to them, no, I might as well just leave, then join Black Leopard. I was not ready to go to Black Leopard because I knew it was gonna be another phase, something new. You had to prove yourself and all these things. While already at Matama, I already proved myself, and I was already like one of those mentors in the team. So I gave them an option, and it was not like something big. I just gave them an option, and then by that time, they said no, we can't afford, and they were really in pain when I left. They said no, they didn't want to lose me, and Black Leopard had a better offer than Matama, so I had to leave for Black Leopard.
But then you leave for Black Leopard. What was the life like in Black Leopard? Because you didn't have a long time there.
When I got there, the problem with this international transfer is what delayed my starting with Black Leopard, because when I got there,
I got from here to South Africa.
South Africa. So it took time, and then with the work permit, because my documents from home here are in French, so they had to translate them into English so that they can get into the system. So it took a lot of time. It took me basically 1 month, all those things to be done. But when I got there, I started playing. I was loved by the supporters, and the coach by that time was how do you call him? He was the captain at Orlando Pirates in those back then.
That days he was the one that coaching the club.
Yeah, he was the one that came in as a new coach. He was the one that came in as the new coach. He is now I don't. Oh shit! How do I forget his name?
I will remember. I will search him. But he was the coach then, and everything took time. He sorted out. Yes.
Yeah. So he's the one that took me on his feathers, because he really loved me. And then when I got there, he's the one that gave me my first. And my first debut was against Jomo Cosmos. And that game, when you get to a team where you are not known, I meet vendor guys that see a foreigner coming, and they say, "Who is this guy that's coming to take the field of our own player, of our own brother?" So it was really tough. Not only we teach, but even at training, there was competition, because everyone wanted to prove that he wanted to be in the starting lineup, and I didn't give them any chance, because I was already fortunate that I had already learned the way South African playing from Lesotho, because South Africa and Lesotho, they play the same type of football. So I already had the advantage that I already know the way they play. So it was easy for me to adapt. So I got adapted, and I asked my first debut was with Jomo, against Jomo. We had an amazing game. Then I went from there, games after games after game. Then by the end of the season, they brought in another coach, Joel Masuta.
Joel Masuta, I know him. He's circulating between Baroka somewhere there. I know that he coaches somewhere there. Yeah.
He's always coaching around either Black Leopard, either Venda FA, either he's always in Popo. That's in Popo environment. There, that's where he is. He never goes out, so he's always there. I remember once he was coaching a team in Pretoria Callis. He coached Pretoria Callis at the time. Then when he moved from there, that's when he came. We were all good. I was playing under him without any problem. Then out of a blow, it just changed. For which reason, I don't know. So I just accepted my situation. I said, okay, no problem. If this is how it's supposed to be, let it be like that. Then at the end of the season,
he didn't say anything to you to say that, hey, man.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Nobody said anything to me. Everyone was asking questions like, what is it that I'm doing that is not according to the philosophy of the team? Nobody said anything to me. Everyone was just silent. They didn't want to say anything. By the end of the season, when I went, I met Chief David Tidiela, the president of Black Leopard. So he said to me, Yeah, so he said to me, the coach says he doesn't want all the foreigners anymore.
Ah,
Mm.
without basing with performance or anything, say that we don't want all the foreigners.
It had nothing to do with the performance, because I remember we were four. We were four that were coming from West Africa. It was me. It was Mumuni Abubakar. It was David Goza. I remember he was playing for Free State. He was the top goal scorer at Free State Stars at the particular time. David Goza, yeah. There was Mumuni Abubakar that was playing for Sundowns also. By that time, back then. So we were, and the Gambian international goalkeeper, Modo Jobe. So him, since he was the president that brought him, the coach didn't have power on him. But for the three of us, we were just those nyama guys that they said no. So they could just manipulate us as they want. So
the president told him that this is my guy, you can't remove him.
Yeah, you can't remove this one. But once you decide about the other players, decide about them. So he said, no, I don't want those three guys again in my team. So that's how we were released. Then from there, I came back home, then went back to South Africa. When I came back to South Africa, I was to go on assessment because, you know, football is full of wonders, you know. I was to go for assessment for Amazulu because Amazulu had seen my CV and my videos and they were impressed. So I was to go for assessment. I just needed to just train with them. Then they offer me a contract. But they had to go back and ask to my ex-coach about my behavior, the way I was behaving there and all these things. So when they were having a friendly,
the same coach that said that he didn't want you in his team.
Yes. So when they went there, they found they had a friendly. They were playing at the old Peter Mokaba.
Yes.
So they had a friendly there. So that's where they went, and then I said, no, we're having the document of the CV of a player. He played for Black Leopard, a center back. He's from Gabon. When he just said from Gabon, he said, no, that's not it. What are you going to do with that type of player? I have more good players than that one here. In fact, the guy that was there heard everything of the conversation. Then he called me at that moment. He said, listen, can you listen what they're saying here? I said, what? He said, no, listen what he's saying. So I had to listen to the conversation because we were on the call. So I heard how Joel Matata was talking about me negatively. And then when they got back from there, they called me and said to me that no, they gave them a bad report about me.
Without giving you a chance.
Oh, without giving me any chance. They said no, we can't.
They never know about you, but they never gave you a chance. They just listen the other guy on the other side. He said that no, we cannot give you a chance. Because let me say this. I can make an example of this player, Stephanie. This guy, Mario Balotelli. Mario, you know Mario.
Yeah, I know him.
But Mario Balotelli was the player that you can read books about him. But the coaches gave him chance. So they didn't say that, oh no, we know he's doing. But you've never been seen doing anything by Amazulu. They had the coach that you come from. They said that this guy. Why didn't they say that? Okay, let's give him chance. We will try to contain him because you know how to contain your players.
That's the thing, you know. They are a group of people. We live in two categories of people. There are people who they listen, then they take their own decision on. Okay, this is what they say about us. Let's see with our own eyes what you people are talking about. We are not gonna take any decision without us seeing it further. There are other people that when they say something to them, they just listen and take decisions. Because they were supposed to, when they were coming back from Polokwane, I was supposed to meet them at the airport so that we go down together. That was the plan. So when they were coming from there, the guy, the manager of the team by that time, he said to me, no, this is what is happening. we won't be able to get you back because this is the report that comes from your coach. But I said to him, okay, why don't you give me a chance to prove myself? Because it has nothing, it seems like it has nothing to do with my performance on the pitch. It has something to do, something somewhere. Let me accept it. They give me that chance. He said, he's not the one that decides. He's gonna talk to them, and then they're gonna see. And then they didn't get back to me till today. Then, as from there, then I had to take that decision. I was talking with Coach Manda on the phone. When I told him the story, he said to me, "No, what are you doing there? You are my son. Come back." So that's when I came and I joined the Jabal.
So tell me personally, how did you feel after this? How did you feel personally after this deal, the deal of Amasul that collapsed? How did you feel?
At the beginning, I was very frustrated because I didn't expect that from a team of that caliber, because there are teams that sometimes we always watch, sometimes they talk about them on. So I was not imagining such a situation from a professional team like that. But on the other side, I had to accept my fate, because I couldn't do anything except accept the reality that was in front of me. Certain things happen for a purpose. I said to myself, if it's like that, let it be. There are things in life that you can control. You can control what you wear in the morning. You can control the toothbrush that you're going to use to brush your teeth. You can control the shoes that you're going to, sneakers that you're going to put. But there are certain things like that you can control. The hands of other people. So no matter whatever you're going to do, you cannot control it. So I had to accept my fate. And that's why I had to talk to Coach. Then Coach Manda said to me, come back home. Come. I'm your father. Come.
Yes. You return home. You return to the good man, Dade Charles Manda, and he accepted you. You returned to the game in the country. You didn't play bad. You were still as good as I know you, but you decided to go at the end of the season. How did you leave the Jabal? Why you leave them there? You didn't agree with terms or what?
No, when this thing that I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, because you remember Coach how do you call it? Coach Taylor.
Coach Taylor, yes.
Coach Taylor.
Yes.
There's an incident that happened.
From an international player in our country, yes.
I knew him as a coach at LMPS, but he and I never had any conversation. We never spoke. We didn't have any talk. And I'm one of those persons, personally, without even talking about soccer. I don't involve in people's life. I don't intervene in whatsoever comes to people. I hate it, because I don't like doing to people. Yes, I don't like doing to people things that I wouldn't be happy that they should do to me. And when I got to Lesotho, I was welcomed by Basotos. They really loved me. They showed me their love. People were saying negative things about Basotos, but what I saw with my own eyes, I can confess in front of whosoever can be, that what people were saying was a very big lie. Basotos are welcoming people. Just that you need to mind your own business when you are with them. Mind your own business. Don't go and intervene in someone's life or someone's bread, because you're gonna go and intervene in someone's bread that's what he's using to eat to maybe take of his family. He definitely is gonna be very hard on you. So when I got there, Coach Manda, we had the season, and at the end of the day, I don't know what happened, and then they wanted to bring in Coach Taylor. So Coach Manda was against what I heard that Coach Manda was against. So this thing happened, and then Coach Manda left because he was not okay with the decision of the management. So he had to leave. So Coach Taylor. So when Coach Taylor came in, Coach Taylor knew me as a player because he has already seen me playing the league for many years. So he was just a coach like any other coach, not like Coach Manda. He was like another coach. So something happened. I was going to the office to go and get my sign-on fee.
Okay.
So they saw me going to the office, and then I don't know who even spread that message. I don't know who was behind it. So he said, no, I went into the office to go and get money so that I could push Coach Manda out for Coach Tele to come in.
Wait. You went to the office of the club to collect your signing-on fee. And there is a message that you went to the office to get money to push Mr. Manda out
for Coach Tele to come in.
They said it is
and
you.
Be coach. They said I was the one because, you know, Bushi Muletan is my senior, and he's someone that I respected a lot. I respect a lot because when we were playing, he was one of those players that stood in my mind.
Very talented player. Very
talented player. Because I remember when I was at Diodi, he was playing for Matama, and he's the one that gave us tough moments, no matter his advanced age. He was really age. I can confess, he was a very excellent player. I wonder what he was. How come he didn't even play overseas? Bushi Muletan, you can whoever want to hear. He was a very, very good player. So I had this relationship with him that we always talk about football. So it seems like them seeing me with Bushi, they thought I am the one pushing for Coach Manda via Bushi to exit Coach Manda and then bring in Coach Tele.
Wow. Who is saying this? Who is saying this?
In fact, I don't even know, because it went to the extent where even in the team, I had to feel it, because many of the players were already retracting themselves away from me. Everyone was talking about me, like gossiping about me at training, like, no, this guy is evil. This guy is wicked. His father, that person that called his father, this is what he's doing to his father. In fact, that was the message, to the extent where some of the staff members were creating a lot of topics about it. And it becomes viral in the team. And everywhere I was going, they said, no, they call me Judah. They said this, they give me names. And I said, I've been in Lesotho for basically.
They talk about you. When you are just closer, they keep silent. Yeah,
they keep silent. When you're in the bus, because some of them, they believe that I didn't understand Lesotho, because the problem with me is that I speak Lesotho a little, but I understand Lesotho.
They saw that they thought that you don't know Sesotho. They speak in Sesotho. They don't know that you know Sesotho, even though you can't speak them.
Some of them. So many of them, when they were talking behind the bus, I could hear them talking, and they would be like, "No, this guy." In fact, I wouldn't use those words because they were really violent, you know, to avoid to hit the public. They were taking a lot of things. You know, like this guy is crap. This guy is. In fact, I was so hurt, but mentally, so painful, it was so painful, to the extent where even the guys that I thought were my friends, the brothers from West Africa, turned their back on me.
Wow.
Turned their back on me, and then
what?
To the extent we had a group of us. We were a group of friends that we were always working together home, having our conversation, having jokes. But we're not doing that anymore because
you are always close, so that you know that if I want you, that I don't have contact for Stephen, I know that I will get them from someone who is close to him. I know that I can talk with the guy. That guy, I forgot his name. No problem. But I know that if I know I want these numbers, I can communicate. I communicated with the guy that was used to wear just number 7, the guy from Central African Republic. This guy, Michael. Michael, I'm not Michael, yes. But the communication was not good when I talked to him at that time because he was speaking French. He was not speaking English. He was
Yeah,
speaking French. So the
yeah,
communication was the problem. But I'm trying to say that you were together so that I can access you so easily. So you say those guys who you were your friend from West Africa, they looked down on you. They just wanted to be close to you because of this false accusation.
yeah. So he went really far. He went really far. But I know of someone that was basically behind. I thought he was behind it, but I wouldn't just give his name here because I don't see the use, because those things are passed by. So he was one of our brothers also from Cameroon.
He's still part of the club.
He was,
He's still part of the club.
no, he was not part of the club. He was just a guy that was, but he had relationships with members of the executive at Elijabato.
Oh, okay.
One of these, one of the instigators that caused that frustration, that message. So by the time I got there, I was with Tele. I had to keep myself, I had to keep working. Then I felt like I was no more welcome. You know, I stood there for a while and I said, no, what's the purpose of me being somewhere where I'm not happy? I might as well just take myself a lift. Let me just go home, take a moment of myself. Then when the season was over, I remember we had our last game at Morija. Then I said goodbye to the guys. And then supporters were asking, why are you going? What? There were a lot of questions about it. And I said, no, I just want to just take a sabbatic moment for myself. I've been through a lot of lately, so I just needed to just go. Yeah, since my contract was basically, I think I still had 1 year with the Jabato. Then I said, no, I don't think I'll be of any use. Me coming here would be of any use. You might as well just get someone else, another player.
So, at that time you are leaving, Coach Taylor was already in the team, or it was still Ndademanda?
No, Coach Taylor was already in the team because Coach Taylor took at the end of the first season and took till the beginning of the season. Then he was replaced by Mutobi, Coach Mutobi. Then Coach brought Mutobi in back again. Yeah. Then brought in back again by the management. And he replaced Coach Mutobi. Yeah. Because when Coach Mutobi was there, I wasn't playing anymore because a lot of things. All those things was around it. Because all those the atmosphere was not really was not conducive for me. So when Coach Taylor came in and said, no, I can't have Steven in my team and Steven sit on the bench with all this quality, then the players can't even do whatsoever he can do. In fact, that was what he was in his mind. And he said it to Coach Bushi that I wonder that you people put Steven on the bench with what he can bring in the team. So when he came back, he had to introduce me back. Then it was remain like 5 games to the end of the season. Then I played those 5 games, and I have to buy farewell to the Jabato so that I could.
That was not good at all. Very, very painful. But let's go back a little bit where you talk about your wife, your girlfriend. Did you go with her to Gabon, or where is she now? The one that you were with here in
no, she's a teacher. She's a teacher right now in Lesotho. I didn't because we broke up. I honestly, she was an amazing lady.
Okay.
Yeah, she was an amazing lady for many reasons that I wouldn't say here, but I was responsible for that. So we had to go our ways.
Or you are the one who caused the team to just leave you. Okay.
Yeah. I honestly, she deserved to be told the truth. I was the one that was the reason. So I had to cut things because I didn't want to give her that thing continuously because he was not. She didn't deserve it. But she's
All
doing
right.
she's doing quite good. She's doing quite good in
Okay.
Lesotho. She's there, fine.
But,
She's
but
fine.
you are still communicating now. Still communicating. Hey, how are you?
Not that much.
All
Not that much.
Oh.
Just that when I'm on social media, I may see some of her pics, or maybe
Okay.
we just say hi, something, but nothing much.
All right, nothing much. Okay. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Still at home in Gabon? What are you doing?
I'm playing. I'm still playing. In fact, we are resuming. Yeah, and I'm doing well. You know,
Really?
I came back. Yes, I came back. Just that we last year, I was called up with the team that was going for the CHAN, but I got injured.
Wow, unlucky. Or you were part of the national team that is going to compete for the CHAN?
Yeah, last year. So my name was among. Then I couldn't make it.
Okay. Lastly, my friend, your country is in the headlines after the Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2025. The team was dissolved. There were just some letters that were going around the social media that my favorite, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, is not going to be part of the team. What is going on, my friend? Just highlight me. I'm not in Gabon. You are in Gabon. You know all these things. What is happening?
You know, we back in here home, we have a situation right now that is we have a new regime. We have a new president that was elected, and he has installed
a nation of the country.
No, the president of the country, of the Republic of Gabon.
Oh yeah,
we have a new president.
Okay.
Yeah, he was elected like I think last year. It's been 2 years now. So So he has installed a new way of doing, and we were talking about performance. He said, if you don't perform, you deserve no reward. It's performance, good performance, reward. So that's his new philosophy. So talking about our national team, you know, like many other national teams, we always have internal issues. So we have first had this problem where our coach had a situation. We had this problem of our jerseys because we were sponsored by Puma. Then our contract expired and we didn't renew. So there has been a problem here with our national team outfit, and we didn't have. That made us not having friendly games during that preparation for the AFCON. So we were not really well prepared. Coming to the games, I think like everyone else, you saw what happened there. During the games, we lack that maturity of other nations, all these other big countries that are going for this competition. You know, when you go for such a, it's a war. You prepare yourself well. You can't just go. You can't just wake up one morning and say, "No, I'm going to war." No, you need to prepare yourself. Battles after battles, till you get to the main the main war. So I think our main problem is that we were not well prepared and well organized.
Okay.
And the suspension Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was just was a reason was that, you know, when he came to the national team, he was injured. So there was a contractual condition for him to join the national team, was that he was not supposed to play the first game.
As he did happen.
Yeah. So he could have entered maybe 10, 15 minutes to the end, yes. But he was not supposed to play the way he did. So that was one of those big mistakes that caused a lot of
confusion,
a lot of taps, a lot of because Marseille was not happy about it, and then him coming in, the coach sending him onto the pitch to go and fight for the nation, and then the performance didn't follow, because you know the things are more internal. So at the last game, he was called back to Marseille to come and continue his treatment before the league, so that he can get back into the squad for the games. So they felt our nation felt like it wasn't something fair, honestly speaking, that he left his teammates behind to go back to Europe. So they had to, after we got eliminated, they had to dissolve the whole staff of the national team, and then suspend the national team and 2 players in particular, who was Bruno Ekwele Manga and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But right now, the problem has been solved.
Oh, it's been solved. Yes.
Yeah. It was just for that moment. They had a lot of talks. We had a lot of internal discussions with the President of the Republic and the new minister, who is one of our legends. One of the Minister of Youth and Sport here is one of the legends. They were the captain of the national team, Paul Kesani.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right.
So they had a lot of meetings with the presidency to bring this to appease the situation, because it was of no use. Decision, you know, sometimes decision can be taken or just like that. Not that because maybe they want to suspend, really, just that sometimes emotionally they can take decisions. We are all human beings. We all wanted to see Gabon go cross this phase to go to another phase, maybe quarter or semi-finals. Every nation wanted it. The same as Lesotho. Lesotho wanted to be at AFCON. So it's always going to be like that. So after they had conversations and dialogues and all these things, they came back to that appease moment, and then they had to take off to lift up that sanction. So everything has gone back to normal, except the staff that was dissolved. Now there has been an open offer for a new coach right now. So everyone is free. Even if you are from Lesotho, you can deposit your own your CV. Yeah, it's open to everyone. If your CV can allow our team to move from where it is right now to go up to get back into those days, then you are more than welcome. We have no distinction of nationality. Yeah. We accept everyone with his CV, as long as your CV fits the standards and the qualification that our FA is looking for.
Okay, I'm going to give you this chance before I go, or before we close the show. Mention 4 players that you can say these are very, very good players in your time here. I'm going to start with the goalkeeper. I'm going to the defense department, midfield department, and striking department. Who are these players that you can say that 4 of these players are very good players?
As a goalkeeper?
Yes.
All the goalkeepers that I met, like, I know Sequan.
Sequan, yeah, the one that was playing for Obit College.
For Obit. Yeah, the one for Obit College. Is, you know, him, with what he has in his leg. Yeah? That guy, if I was playing for LMPS by then,
yes,
I don't think would have had any problem. Because having such a goalkeeper behind you, no.
You know amazing. what to do if you
No,
have
I'm
good goalkeeper.
saying I could do 18-18 without having any problem because he could assure you from behind.
Yeah.
That's the guy that he really impressed me as a goalkeeper. As a defender, without counting myself, or I should count myself, I don't know. Because as a defender, there is one defender.
Yes.
There is one that really I was really impressed by the time I was still playing there because of his aggressivity.
Yes.
He played for Bantu.
He played for Bantu. Mkhwanazi.
He played Mkhwanazi. Yeah.
Yeah, Mkhwanazi.
I like his aggressiveness. He was very aggressive. I like
very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive on the pitch. That mentality was something that, as a defender, you need to have that mentality. The one he has. Yeah.
Okay. 2-1 left.
In the midfield, all in all, Jane Tabanso. Jane.
Why him?
Man, that guy could even at 90 minutes, the game is not over with him. He could surprise you with something.
With something, he's a magic man.
He had that magic of his own that even when we were playing together, when I see we are 0-0, I remember we were playing at against this team. There's this team that is that team from Roma. How do you call that team?
Manonyane or Rovers?
Manonyane. We were playing up there in the mountains there. So it was 89 minutes because I asked Coach Manda the time, he said 89 minutes. And we couldn't score because the pitch was messy.
Yeah, like, I know that it was in Nyagosuba. There, they just on the pitch with the air.
The pitch was a total mess. So I was holding us tight. We were really tight.
Yeah.
Then I looked at Jane. I said to Jane, Aish, how do you think about this? Because we had a player, I think it was who was even injured, who got an injury. One of our players got injured.
Yes.
So they were checking on him. Then I said to Jane, Aish, Jane, we're gonna draw this game. Are we gonna draw this game? You know that the draw for us is a lose. Then he looked at me like this and then laughed. And he said, Mana, we were going to win.
Do something.
We didn't. He said to me, we are going to win. I said, how? With this pitch?
At 89 minutes, and he said that we are going to win.
He said we are going to win. At the moment, the referee, the assistant referee was showing the time like, here it is, 1 minute additional time. I don't know. A cross ball. We were in the 18-yard. We hit the ball hit the bar and came back. I don't know where Jane was standing. We just left leg. He opened his leg like this and placed it at the angle. 1-0. I stood there like this and I looked at the guy. Said, Jane. He said, I told him we're gonna win. So that's one of those guys that I can trust with my life. Jane.
This guy,
Jane.
you talk about we were playing against the Sierra Leone I'm not quite sure that is it Freetown.
Yeah, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. And they were leading 1-0. In 90th minute, he came as a sub. In 85th minute, he came as a sub. And I said, we lost. Someone told me, said that, hey man, Jane is a magician. He can change things. Don't forget that. something like 90th minute, he scored with a brilliant header. He was on top of tall Sierra Leone's players, defenders. He outclassed them and he hit the ball at the back of the net, and it was 1-1. It was 1-1. I didn't believe that. This guy, and I understand what he was saying. He said that, okay, 8-9 minutes said that we are going to win. That guy, when he's in the field, you should not forget about him. You should not forget about him. You should.
If you are marking him, mark him till the referee blows at the end of the game. Because with him, if you give him a space of a second, he destroys you.
Okay, lastly,
he's going to destroy your team.
Yeah.
Lastly, striker. I don't know if it's a striker, I don't know if it's a midfielder, I can't tell, but him, Litepe.
He's playing as a striker now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a striker, if it's a midfielder, I don't know. I can't tell. Because that guy could score goals from angles that you cannot believe. When you look at him, you know he's skinny. And then he has that facility of turning. Yeah, you had that facility of turning on himself to score you a goal. I remember he scored a goal when we were playing, when it was Matama Bantu at Sesotho. The pitch was full. It was 0-0.
Yes.
He took the ball on the line, cleared the left winger, the left back. When I was like saying to the same, I said, "Must stand." He had already put it at the angle. I was like, why did he do that? When I was still he didn't take a second. And sometimes I could go and watch their games, Bantu's games, and I was like, this guy deserves to play outside.
This guy
he deserves to play overseas.
I wish you saw him at the age of 2019. I have never seen something like that. This hippie, he was uncontrollable, very skinny. You can't believe he was playing for Matama at that time. He was young, very energetic, scoring goals. You wouldn't believe, Stephen. You wouldn't believe that guy was uncontrollable. And now he's getting old. But at that time, I still remember. This is why he got a contract in Botswana. From Botswana, he got a contract in South Africa. The team called Karangua United. It was playing at the first division. But he didn't succeed. He returned home. But he was a very, very, very good player. My brother, I would say thank you so much for talking to us. I like you as my brother, and I wish to meet you one day. You are a very good man and respecting. I know from way back. I know sometimes I used to annoy many players. I know that. I annoy because sometimes I criticize them. Sometimes I just expose their deals when they are talking to teams. That is not good sometimes because it disrupts their deals. But I say thank you so much, my brothers, so very, very, very much for talking to us. We are still in touch. I know that.
No, I'm the one to thank you, Ndatile Bajwa. You know, it's really amazing having to talk and then being listened by Basotho again after a long moment. It was really an amazing moment talking to you guys, and then it still brings me back memories, good memories from back then when I was still in this Lesotho. And I just hope that maybe out of soccer, maybe one day I could pay a visit back to Lesotho just to visit and see where I spent basically 5 to 6 years of my career. It was really amazing.
Really amazing. Thank you so much, my brother. God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
Likewise, Ndati.
Thank you. Stephen Ezono, this is former Matama player Jawatu Diori and Black Leopards. Bomero bontate re buile haholo re ba le puisano re buileng le yana Morimo le tlhono fase ha ebe khotso.